Welcome back to my recovery series post double hip replacement surgery. Let's jump straight into how week 5 and 6 went. At the start of week 5, I had my first cardio workout since surgery. I'm not allowed to run yet, but I'm still able to do the stationary bike, the rower, the skier, and the assault bike. What's really cool is that before surgery, I always felt a pinch in both hips when biking. But now I just feel a little bit of tension near my scars. My scars keep improving. I still massage them twice daily and even start using a lacrosse ball which pulls on the skin more. The right side is still a little bit bumpy, but much better. In PT, Miguel introduced me to split squats. And the way he has me do these is that I have to push with both legs instead of just the front leg when coming up from the bottom position. It's a completely different experience compared to mainly pushing with the front leg like I used to do it. On top of that, I'm also squeezing the back leg glute at the top of the movement to get full hip extension, which gives me a good stretch in that hip flexor. Now that my hip pinch is gone, I can finally feel my glutes engage on the front leg when doing lunges, which I couldn't before. All really cool changes to notice post-surgery. He also had me use the abductor and adductor machine with very light loads, but I could still feel my muscles working, especially since I got more range of motion to work through. Walking has become a whole new learning process. I'm focusing on taking longer strides, pushing off my big toe, and fully extending my hips, something I couldn't do before because of pain. Luckily, the weather allowed me to walk outside every night after dinner. I started with very slow walks, then completed a walk in 18 minutes, and by the end of the week, I was able to complete a mile in 16 and a half minutes. I've also started adding back some light foam rolling, stretching, and red light therapy before bed, just 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know that it's crucial for recovery, but it definitely doesn't hurt. I did end up overdoing it on Friday. I had worked out 4 days in a row and then swam 1 kilometer plus did some explosive jumps in the pool. I think the swim alone was fine, but the explosive movements were probably a bit much because I felt some tension and fatigue afterward. That night, I woke up with some mild leg pain, so I decided to take a rest day on Saturday, and by Sunday, I felt back to 100%. I'm definitely not pushing as hard as I would pre-surgery, but I am testing my body where I can and making adjustments when needed. PT session number 9 on Monday of week 6 was a big one. Miguel had me doing loaded front lunges, lateral lunges, and balance work. He told me he's very happy with my progress. Honestly, I can't emphasize enough how important PT has been. Even though I know a lot about training and recovery, having a great PT makes a huge difference. He pushes me just enough, makes sure I don't overdo it, and the massages he does have sped up my recovery big time. No matter what, don't skip physical therapy post-surgery. It's a game changer. On top of that, it's great to have someone who can answer any concerns or questions you have. Anytime I want to try something, but I'm not sure if I should, he's there to guide me. For example, I wanted to try this specific mobility exercise, the 90-90, but it turned out it would put me into too much hip internal rotation, so I steered away from it. I went back to the sauna for the first time since surgery, which felt amazing, but I noticed I still had a little scab on one of my scars, so I decided to hold off until it fully heals. It's frustrating because I really love the sauna, but using it now would only slow the healing of my scar. Small daily things keep getting easier, like balancing on one leg to put on pants. Things that used to feel impossible now feel effortless. This week, I pushed harder in my second leg workout, and it felt great. The next day, I did get some pain in my left quad, almost like I had bumped into a table, but it disappeared quickly. Again, just a reminder that random pains might appear and that there's no need to stress about it. Just be patient, give it some rest, and make some training adjustments if needed. What's also different from the previous 2 weeks is that I've stopped doing my rehab exercises at home. I still do them 3 to 4 times a week, but only when I'm at the gym, either before a leg workout or a cardio-focused workout. The last thing I want to point out, because I find it trippy, is that when I touch the skin by my scars, it still feels different from normal, almost like a numb sensation, even 6 weeks post-surgery. It's not buttersome, just feels weird when you're not used to it. So yeah, the main takeaway from these 2 weeks is that recovery is a mix of patience and guidance. Physical therapy has been huge for me, but so has listening to my body, pulling back when I need to, and celebrating the small wins. 6 weeks in, I'm still ahead of schedule, I'm feeling stronger, more confident, and I'm excited to see where the next few weeks take me. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.